All right, we're here with Coach Robert Drysdale. Recently announced his retirement. Coach, what went through that whole process of coming to that decision?
Well, I mean, technically, I've been retired for a while now. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want it. My heart was in the right place, and I always told myself I was going to do it for the right reasons and because I wanted to. Because basically, I wanted to prove it to myself that I could. That was my sole motivation. Well, maybe not my sole motivation, but that was like certainly the main motivation, main factor. And I just when my heart wasn't in the right place anymore, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to stretch it, which is ironically that's at the end of my career is when I started getting my best offers. All the offers were coming my way towards the end of my career. But I mean, once I had made up my mind that I wasn't going to fight anymore. But that was a decision I made a while ago. But I just put a post online just saying that I'm a full-time coach at this point. I did a lot of what I wanted to do. There's some things missing that I would have liked to have done, but I think nothing's perfect. But that's okay because I wanted to steer that ambition into something else.
We see a lot of retirements from fighters, but they don't last too long. They come right back. This seems like something that you've been thinking over for a long time, so pretty safe to say this is it.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's different because for me to step out of retirement, the motivation would have to be something else. And I never wanted to fight for the wrong reasons. Of course, it's tempting. Someone offers you a lot of money, you want to take it. But my motivation was I wanted to prove it to myself. Like in my heart, I had this thing, I had to be the best in the world, right? So I'm constantly what can I do to be the best in the world? What do I have to do to be the best fighter in the world? And that was a very important theme to me. Now I never made it, but in jiu-jitsu I got some of the best, and I won some MMA fights, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. But it's still I still feel accomplished. It's just not as much as I would like. There's a reason why people turn into coaches once they retire. And my career was backwards in that regard because I was cornering UFC title fights when I was 0-0. And I was in my late 20s. So it's not something I was prepared to do. It's very different now.
Is there something in the fighting career that you could point to that, looking back now, you could say helped you become a better coach?
Oh, everything. I think that my mindset as a coach is a reflex of my mistakes as a fighter or my mistake or the things that I saw that my coaches weren't doing right, in my opinion. I've learned from that experience. So I've seen a lot of successful camps. I've seen a lot of successful coaching. I've seen successful gym dynamics that made the fighter excel. I think there's a lot more to MMA than just being technically and physically and mentally ready. There's more to that. And it's funny because I'm more confident about this than I ever was about my fighting career. Fighting me was also always something very difficult because I had to confront my fears and anxiety. I was terrified of fighting, and it was very difficult for me emotionally because it was never something like some of these guys just walk in the cage like it's nothing. To me it was very hard. So I overcame that, even though it was very difficult. And I was never, even though I did well, I think, I was never as confident about that career as I am about my career as a coach because I really feel this is my calling more than fighting was. Fighting was something I forced myself to do to prove it to myself that I could do it. Whereas coaching is something that comes to me very naturally. So I think I'll be a better coach than fighter.